Uh, Good evening, everyone. Everyone is able to hear me? Everyone is able to hear me? So, how are you doing all? How are you all? Just go. So, all right then. Uh, so, all right. So, today what I'll be explaining is I'll be explaining Gradle. Okay. The next tool, Gradle. I'm just sharing my screen. So, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. So today we'll be explaining on the another tool, Gradle. Gradle. So we have completed first 10 tools. I uploaded already the notes. So I uploaded already the notes in till Jenkins. Today I'll start Gradle. Okay. Can you know what is Gradle? Yeah, there were last two classes. There's no class. Yes, correct. What is Gradle? So this is another build tool like Maven. Like Maven, this is an alternative to Maven. This is an alternative to Maven. So everyone knows Maven, right? So what Maven does, compiles the project, packages to jar, right? So it's a build tool. It compiles the project, packages to jar. So in industries, in real time, in companies, in industries and companies, okay, there are teams where they build the projects, where they use Maven, okay, and some teams use Gradle. Some teams use Gradle as build tool. Sometimes some teams use Gradle as a build tool. Okay, so it is our comfort actually. Okay, people who know Maven, who knows Maven, so they can use Maven. People who knows Gradle, they can use Gradle. Okay, so people who knows both Maven and Gradle. So people who knows both Maven and Gradle, they will be so people who knows both Maven and Gradle, so they will be based on their comfort level. They can use any of the things. Based on their comfort level, they can use either. So, see, but majority, if you see, Maven is being used. Major projects are being used for Maven. Okay, Maven is used majorly. Now, Gradle is also majorly. Now, Gradle also is being used. Right? So basically, what is the difference between Maven and Gradle? We'll see that. See, I mean, when we say difference means both are targeting to the same build tool, compiling, packaging to jar. Whatever Maven does, Gradle also does. But technically, syntax-wise or tool-wise, what are the differences? See, Maven build is specified in pom.xml. Okay, what is a build? We specify here dependencies, plugins. We have seen different plugins. What are different dependencies like your third-party jars and all that? So Maven build is specified pom, we specify dependencies, plugins. So everything. And form.xml uses XML syntax. Form.xml uses XML syntax. Okay, Gradle build is specified. Gradle build is specified in build.gradle. Build.gradle, which is a Groovy scripting language that runs in JVM. Okay, so pom.xml is an XML based thing, pom.xml, whereas Gradle is it is specified in this Groovy, so which is a scripting language. Okay, that runs in JVM. Okay. So the second one is performance of Gradle. Is bit faster. So performance of Gradle is bit faster than Maven. Next, in Gradle, we can write custom plugins easily than Maven. What are custom plugins? See, we have seen plugins in Maven, right? For example, in Maven, remember, in Maven pom.xml, we specified plugins like compiler plugin, Surefire plugin. Surefire plugin is for running unit test code, right? We have seen this. Remember how many of you know Maven? We have studied these plugins. I showed you. Compiler plugin is for compiling the Java code. Right? And similarly, Sonar plugin. Sonar plugin for integrating with Sonar Cube for code quality checks. Right? So these are built-in plugins. Built-in plugins. Okay, these are built-in plugins. Okay, where in Maven pom.xml. But we can write custom plugins also. See, for example, that is our own plugin. These plugins are already provided, written by some team, like the team where Maven is being used. I mean, like the Maven team. And we are using those plugins. But we can write our own plugins. What is a plugin? Plugin is a tool, actually. It is a utility. It is a utility that is helping Maven to perform these tasks. For compiling, we have seen all these plugins, compiling. Even we have seen jar plugin, right? Maven jar plugin we have seen for building jar. Okay, like this we have seen. Just refer my plugins notes actually. Okay, for example, if we need to write custom plugins, okay, example, when build is getting executed, okay, that is code is getting compiled or code is getting compiled. Okay, we need to log the time of build execution time into database. Okay, if you need to write custom plugins, example, when build is getting executed. Okay, this one just example. So we can write a plugin to we can write a plugin to achieve this functionality. When build is getting executed, this code is getting compiled, we need to log the time of build into a database. That means we have to log that this time the build started, this time the build ended. So for that, we can write one plugin. That is our custom plugin. Okay, like that. I just told you one example. Like that, we can think different types of custom plugins. This is one example. Okay. And the next one is, the next difference is, so in Gradle, we can write these custom plugins easily. These type of plugins easily in Gradle than in Maven. The next type of difference is learning Gradle. Learning Gradle is a bit difficult than Maven. So Maven is easy to learn rather than Gradle. Okay. So that means because Maven build we specify in pom.xml. Which is XML syntax. Right. And the Gradle we specify in we specify in build.gradle, which is a Groovy scripting. See, most of the people don't know Groovy. So they are comfortable with XML rather than Groovy. Okay. So XML syntax is easy than Groovy syntax. Right. So another thing is then in Gradle, we use build.gradle, right? We use build.gradle, where the number of lines are lesser than pom.xml in Maven. See, in pom.xml, we specify number of lines more, all the dependencies and all that. In Gradle, the number of lines are lesser than pom.xml. Okay, so these are the differences, important differences between Maven and Gradle. Just to read once again this. Okay, just read once again this. Right. All right. So now let us now see how we can set up Gradle. So we can install Gradle. So from the link https gradle.org/install. Right. So if I open this link, okay. If I open this link, so this is what the link. So Gradle build tool. You can download this. Download the zip folder. You can download this. Okay, download the latest Gradle distribution. So binary only, complete. So I already downloaded it. Let me now Gradle. See, Gradle is there. See, Gradle is there. See, I downloaded this and extracted into this path. Okay. And extracted into this path, and you can set the path. Okay, you can set the path. So what I'll do is you can set the path, and let me create download binary. Yes. So let me go here and create one folder. New folder, Gradle demo. Right? Okay. So let me go to this path. Okay. What I'll do is I'll try to say Gradle init. Okay. So what this command will do, you know? See, first I download the Gradle and set in the path. So whenever you set in the path, whenever you set in the path, so you can just go to your my computer's PC, properties, advanced system settings, environment variables, path. You can see Gradle path is set here. See, after you downloaded the zip and extracted the zip, you can set the path here. See, Gradle 7.1 Gradle pin. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll just create Gradle init. So what this will do is it will create a basic Gradle project. Okay. So Gradle init, what it does is, so install Gradle. So once you download the zip from Gradle, extract the zip folder and set the Gradle path. And set the Gradle path in environment variables. Right? Fine. Next, what you do to create a basic project, just like Maven, we have seen just like how we create a Maven basic project structure. To create a basic project structure from Gradle, type the command Gradle init. Okay, now you see. Now it is asking for basic application library. Okay, let me give basic. type 1. It is asking build script DSL. You can specify in Groovy or you can specify in Kotlin. Kotlin is the new version of Gradle. I mean, a new way of specifying the, see, just like pom.xml in Maven, generally we specify in Groovy, but now Kotlin is also there, which is a JVM Java based language. I'll give Groovy. Generated build using new APIs and build, no. Project name Gradle demo, yes. That's all. Now you see, if I go to Gradle demo, now you see, I got these files, you see. So Gradle init has generated these files. So Gradle init has generated these files. So this is a basic project structure. Okay, I'll tell you what is this actually. So let me take this screenshot. Okay. So let me take build.gradle. So build.gradle is, it is like a pom.xml. It is like pom.xml in Maven, where we specify dependencies, right? Where we specify dependencies, build configuration. Okay. Okay. And what is this settings.gradle is? So this will contain the project configuration like project name, etc. This will contain the project configuration. Like project name, etc. Okay. So okay. So what is actually this Gradle.w is? So if I open this, see these are Gradle.w. See, basically this contains like kind of it is a startup script actually. Okay, where you can start the Gradle. Okay, where you can start the Gradle, run the Gradle. I mean, run the build from the script. Everything. Okay. So this is a startup script for Gradle. So it is a Windows version. Okay. So this is a startup script for Gradle where we can build and run the project with the scripting, or where we can build the project with the script. Okay. Just 1 minute, I'm getting. right? So let us now start building one small application. Okay. So let us now start building a small application with this Gradle. So what I'll do, I'll create one source folder, new folder, SRC. Under source folder, you have main folder and test folder. Right? Right? So you have main folder and test folder. Now under main folder, I'll create one Java folder. Under Java folder, see, just like same Maven structure, I create one com dot new folder com. Under com, I can create another folder, Gradle example. Right? I can create one class here, new text document, calculator. Right? I'll just create one class. So package com.gradle example. See, this is the package, right? Under com, under Gradle example, I'm creating this. Okay, simple project, package Gradle example. I'll say calculator. Now I'll say public static void main string args. I'll just write one small program, int a equal to 2, int b equal to 3, int c equal to a plus b, right? System.out.println c. Okay. System.out.println c. Okay. I'll just say this as file save as calculator.java. So I'll remove this file. Now I can create one more folder. So C main. Okay, source main. So here I'll say test. Under test, I create one unit test code. Which I wrote. Okay, I want to test this code. So source test Java. New folder Java. Right, under source test Java. Okay, I'll create one more folder, new folder com. This is for package. New folder Gradle. See, instead of creating from Eclipse, I'm creating from this just folder structure. So here I'll create a new calculator test. Okay. So what I'll do now, I'll say package com.gradle example. So import org.junit.test. Okay, I'm writing a test code here. So what I'll do, public class calculator test. Okay. So here I'll write an @annotation test. I'll say public. Okay, void test case. So here I'll say calculator. Calculator.main. Okay, I'm just calling this main method, new string. See, directly I'm calling this main method. So your this calculator. This is the test code. See, this is my test code. Okay, and this is your so file save as .java. I'll remove this. Okay. Now I'm writing a test code here. And this test code is testing the main code. Where is your main code? Source main Java. This is your package. This is your main code. Now when I run this test code, this will call this calculator main. This is a calculator and this is a static method main. So this will call this method. And thereby this logic gets executed. This is a simple test code. This is a simple JUnit test code. That is testing the main calculator main method. So that is testing the calculator main method. Okay. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Yeah, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. There is some message going on. 1 minute. Okay. So I was just referring these old projects. 1 minute. So now I build this project, right? Now let me know what I'll do, Okay, so what I'll do, I created this Gradle demo. No, actually, I'm searching for the new version of Gradle. That's what I was searching. I was not able to find. There was some new version of Gradle came. So I'm searching for that. That's why I'm taking just this much time. Okay, no problem. So once I build this Gradle, once I created this project and all that, now what I'll do, I go to the command prompt. Okay. So then, yeah, I have to add dependencies also here in Gradle demo. Go to your build.gradle. So here I have to add the depend, just like in pom.xml, how I will add. Okay. So just like in pom.xml, how I will add. We also add this one, the dependencies. What I'll do, so here what I'll do, I'll say dependency, just like how you specify in pom.xml, like that here you specify dependency. This is a groovy syntax. Just like a JSON, it will be there. Test implementation. See, I'll add dependencies. What are the dependencies I'm using here currently? Only these dependencies, right? Your JUnit dependency currently. So I'll add that dependency here. Test. So see, test implementation is like this is used for testing purpose. Just like dependency scopes we have seen, right? Compile scope, test scope. Like that, here also the scope will be there. So this is used only for testing purpose. Just like in Maven dependency scopes we have. I'll say JUnit. Name as JUnit. And version as 4.13.2. I'm giving, see, just like how you specify in pom.xml dependencies, I specify here group name, version, the same way. Okay. And then here I say repositories. Repositories. Here I put Maven Central. See, when I say Maven Central, it will connect to Maven repositories. See, all the your Gradle also uses Maven repositories to download these libraries. I told you in Maven how it will download the libraries, right? It will connect to the central repository and download the same way. But the only thing is, in place of XML, you'll use this Groovy syntax. Okay, here I'll say plugins. I'll say this is an ID. So plugins is for Java. This is for a Java project. ID Java. Okay. Now I'll package it to, I'll compile the code and package to a jar. So for that, I'll use jar manifest. See, you have to be comfortable with this syntax. So that is a pom.xml, complete different XML syntax, and this is a Groovy syntax. So manifest, I'll say attributes, main class, I'll say com dot. What is the package name? This is the main class, right? Yeah, com dot Gradle example dot calculator. Calculate. So this is the main class. That's all. So don't forget to close the syntax braces. This is jar and this is jar. That's all. So I specified like this. Okay. So, right. So I specified like this. Now, how you will okay? Now, how you will run the project? So how will you run the project? Now, what I'll do, you know? So what I'll do now, I'll just go here. I'll say Gradle W. See, this is the command, right? I told you this is used for running the. This is the build first, so Gradle W. Build. So it is compiling, you see. See, now it got generated, build successful. So go here. So you got a build one. You got generated. So you got classes. See, classes also got generated. Right? Right, you got classes also. So only thing is this jar should get generated. Why this jar did not get generated? Let me now specify Gradle W run. Gradle W run. Task run now. But jar should get generated, right? Why jar is not getting Let me say Gradle build. You go to your libs. Yeah, libs, you see Gradle demo jar came. See. Now I can go to this jar. See, give Gradle build. Okay. Even you can use like this also. Gradle W build also. I can use like this also. Either Gradle build or Gradle W build. So what you do, you know? Next, once the project is ready, you Gradle W build or Gradle build. This will generate jar file. Okay, that's all. So what you do is, if you go to jar, if I go to jar, java-jar, Gradle demo.jar. See, I got the result as 5. You see, I got the result as 5. So 2 plus 3, 5. I got the result as 5. See, when I say grad java-jar, this jar, I got this. How it is getting when I executed this jar? Here I specified. Here I specified, just like in Maven also, we'll specify the manifest attribute. So I specify this one. See, if you compare Maven and this one, let me compare Maven. Let me open Eclipse. I have done, or I'll open here. See, I did, you know, if you see Maven, somewhere I used a jar plugin. Remember in which project I used? You see Maven jar plugin. So I used main class, this one. So if you compare this with Gradle syntax is, see, in Maven you have more lines of code. But if you see in Gradle, see if you see in Gradle, just with very few lines of code. This is your jar plugin. In pom.xml, we'll specify syntax like this, where we give manifest, we give main class. Okay, to build the jar, it has to know the main class. But here we specify just manifest like this, the main class like this, and this is the main class. See, syntax wise, if you are comfortable with this syntax, you can write with less lines of code when compared to here to here. So this is in your okay, this is in your Maven pom.xml, you'll write like this. Okay, in Gradle, you'll write like this. Right, in Gradle, you'll write like this. Right, you see, which is simple, you see, lines of code is less. But similarly, if you want to add dependencies, say I added dependency like this, right? This JUnit like this. In pom.xml, I specified dependencies like this. In Gradle, you'll specify like this. See the difference between the Maven and the Gradle. Only thing is, though lines of code is more, XML syntax is easy. Here, this is a Groovy based syntax. This is a Groovy based syntax. And this is an XML based syntax. Okay, this is for Maven and this is for Gradle. So, see, that's all about Gradle. I mean, see, if you know how to add the dependencies like this, the same way, how Maven does, Gradle also does the same thing. Actually, I was searching for the new version of Gradle that I was not able to find out. No problem. If I found it, I'll upload that in the Google Classroom link. Yeah, there are some commands like see Gradle build. So you can say Gradle tasks is there. You can create Gradle clean. Gradle clean is there. Gradle clean is there. Okay, I'll give the list of Gradle comments, important comments, and I'll upload in the Google Classroom link. So with this, Gradle is done. So tomorrow I'll start the next tool, which is Jira. So this week I'll complete the course actually. Okay. So from next week onwards, you'll not have course. So this week I'll try to complete all. So tomorrow I'll start Jira. All right. All right then. Okay. So thank you all. So this week I'll try to complete these things. So tomorrow I'll start Jira actually. Tomorrow I'll complete Jira. Tomorrow I'll complete Jira. Day after tomorrow I'll complete Datadog. So these three are, see, Heroku, Chef are only theoretical. No practicals on these two. Okay. Yeah, today, yeah, actually, I uploaded the notes till Jenkins already. How many of you to access the notes till Jenkins? I already uploaded all the notes till Jenkins. How many of you are able to access this till Jenkins? How many of you are able to access? You're able to access, right? Okay. Right. How many of you are... All right then, okay. Okay, then thank you all. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be explaining Jira. The next important tool, Jira. Okay. This is also very easy. I'll tell you Jira. It is mainly for the project tracking tool. I'll explain you Jira. And then day after tomorrow, I'll explain Datadog. Datadog is similar to ELK actually. Okay, it is similar to ELK. Just like how Maven and Gradle are similar. I mean, functional wise, ELK and Datadog are similar. Yes, I'll upload this. Okay. All right then. Thank you all. See you tomorrow then. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all.